Bruce's big call. Dinar Intel Tuesday night, May 27, 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Transcribed by Wiser, now emailed to recaps. Welcome everybody to the big call tonight. It is Tuesday, May 27th, and you're listening to the big call. Thanks for listening, tuning in again all over the globe as a result of the satellite team, the SAT team, getting the signal out everywhere, and it's in your own language. And let's do this before we go to a teaching that Sue has provided for us tonight, and we're all excited about that. Let's open the call with prayer. Alright, guys, we're going to move out of Bob's menu and bring you into the Intel realm. Okay, now we had to get through Memorial Day yesterday. I hope everybody had a good holiday. We got through that. We were told last week that it looked like we would get started numbers today. It didn't happen. Okay, what are the reasons? And where are we? Alright, here's where we are. Let's start first of all with what could take us another 3 or 4 days, according to our Iraqi contact, who is speaking with the head of CBI. We call it the Sovereign Bank of Iraq now, SBI, but they still refer to it as the Central Bank, and that was ALAK was the head of the CBI. So what said was that we have a solid rate on the dinar, on the forex, and it's known throughout the Middle East and internationally. Not really revealed here to us yet. I know what it is, but as is me, but I'm not supposed to put it out. Okay, our rate's going to be okay, our rate is going to be much higher. This is the rate in country for Iraq. Also, you know, we would call an international rate a good solid rate. It will continue to trade upward on the forex. It's on the forex solid. Now Alex said this would be a managed float. I heard that term. I don't know how many years ago, a managed floats, which tells me they're watching it increasing value on forex, but they're also managing it to an extent to get it to the level that they wanted it to. Okay, so it's a managed float, he said, probably another 3 or 4 days for that to occur. Alright, I'm thinking, okay, so we don't have a Tuesday. Probably don't have a Wednesday. Who knows? And then another source is telling us, well, there are no rates on the redemption center screens. After noon today, they went off at noon, okay, and the same source said those rates should be back up Saturday. Now, Saturday is the 31st of May. May 31 is Saturday. And thinking, okay, does that mean nothing for us really happens between Tuesday, which is tonight, and Saturday? It could very well be the case. And here's the other reason why. President Trump's not real thrilled right now with Putin and what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. So he's trying to broker that peace and get that established, a requisite, if you think about it, for Gesera, okay. So we can't have that going on. We got to have a brokered peace. He's working on. President Trump is working on a peace with Palestine, Hamas. Iran is a big player in this for the funding of Hamas. And Hezbollah, the other terrorists organizations, and that's something that my understanding is about 50% complete in terms of the brokerage, the brokered peace, let's call it. So we've got at least another day or two to go on that to get Hamas squared away. The one good piece of news for today was we think what I was going to say. There is a company that is American, but not our military, that is handling humanitarian aid, food and other things to the residents of the Gaza Strip, and that's going on now and starting today. And I understand the Israeli Defense Force, the IDF, is offering the protection for that humanitarian effort that's going on, and there has been some resistance in getting humanitarian aid there. This is evidently working successfully, and we just continue to believe that it will continue to offer food and medicine and clothing and whatever else the people of the Gaza need. They're receiving that aid today. That's really good. Sue, you've got peace that needs to be established through some serious ceasefires, possibly peace treaty agreement to take place. I believe we still have a ceasefire slide underway down between India and Pakistan. Fortunately, that seems to be holding. The two hotspots are Russia and the Ukraine, and of course Iran, their involvement as a third party with Hamas. That's going on those two hotspots. And I understand they're still couldn't believe this is still finding an underground site laboratory, if you will, put a manufacturer or the receipt of adrenochrome, which blew my mind. That's still going on underground in Ukraine tunnels. I am sure they are going to try to put a stop to all of that, so that takes us to at this point, Saturday, the 31st. So do we get notified Saturday or Sunday? Which is the 1st of June, and start on Monday, June 2nd. I think that's probably what we're looking at. That's more or less an extrapolation of the information that we've received, and what it really looks like. Hey, if we have to go to Saturday to even get rates back up on redemption center screens, then that looks like a likely outcome. If something happens sooner, I'll let you know on Thursday night's call. We'll get a whole new run-through on what is currently happening. But if you pray for peace in Jerusalem, peace on the Gaza Strip. Pray for peace between Russia and Ukraine so that the requisites for Nasara and Gesera in this case could be met. Alright, what else? What about? Does this do anything for our Doge payments? The latest information update today on Doge is that would start in the first 12 days of June. I had it starting in the first week going through June today. We're kind of talking about the first 12 days of June for Doge, and it's substantial. If you're 60 and over, you better be sitting down when you look at your account, because it's very substantial. What about R&R? Still will be their restitution and reclamation allowance, or whatever they are you want to substitute for that. That is going to be at the redemption centers, and we go in for our exchange appointment and redemption of ZIM. Okay, that'll be there. Now what about the let's see, I got Doge. I got that. The RV, and the next thing going to be increase in Social Security. Well, it sure isn't happening this month, is it? Supposed to have been in May? Nope, don't think so. I'm thinking it's also going to be in June. Don't worry about it, of a list of 1234. That's the least important. Sure, it helps if you're a senior and don't have currency, yeah, but those of us on this call, a lot of us have ZIM. Most of us have Dong or Dinar or another exotic currency that's no longer going to be exotic, it's going to be mainline currency. Alright, so you've got that. The next piece is, when is Nasara and Gesera taking place? Latest update on that June 5th to June 15th. 5th to the 15th. 10-day period should occur and take place for us in that time frame, the 5th of June through the 15th of June. That's today's information. Nasara and Gesera. And that's alright. And just when we see videos of tribunals, will we see? God knows what we're going to see. I think it is part of the plan. I don't know how soon it's going to be shown. I don't know 24/7. Blah blah. Number 10 Days of Darkness. That was a misnomer from the deep state. Don't buy that. They used the cutting off of cell phone service, internet service, all of that in areas where they were arresting people. That keep them from communicating to each other. That was all done and good, and the most are complete. There probably still more to go, but they've got quite a bit done in US and quite a bit done already internationally. Sounds like there's still some more to go, but far enough along I believe, where it's not a factor right now for us. In terms of us getting started with numbers first, setting appointments second, and going in for exchanges third. That's our 123, so tell us. Let's pray the call out. We will see what happened, see what's occurred between Tuesday and Thursday, and we'll have a great call. And with any anticipation, we'll get started with exchanges. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you on Thursday. Let's pray out the call. Well, good night everybody. We will talk with you Thursday night. Listen to the full version on the official DinarReport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.